while back, was an alcoholic. Had a mental breakdown like a year ago. Came close to put me in a coffin.
We back. Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. You already know what it is. Subscribe, take a second, and hit the damn button. I need y'all to like or dislike, whatever. Just keep it real. Goes a long way. Turn the bell on and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about my storytelling. Let me know what you think about the stories. Not stories, they're facts, but it's story mode. And just give me your input, man. So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. The first stabbings I ever seen while incarcerated. Now, this takes place when I was 19. And I've talked about this place before. I was locked up in Philadelphia at a place called CFCF, which is Karen Fromhold Correctional Facility. 7901 State Road, Philly, PA 19136. Not a nice place. So I'm locked up. Robbery, malicious wounding, a whole pile of charges. Well, when you get to the F, before you go into the pod where you're permanently going to be housed, you go through kind of what's classification. You go into a pod with a whole bunch of other guys that just got there or recently got there until they determine where you need to be housed, where you need to go to, you know what I mean? So right out the gate, everybody in there is wilding. You know, you get to the other pods, dudes they've gotten their time, they've been down a year, 2 years. They're more settled in. They've let go of the streets. Well, in here, in this pod in particular, you've still got the guys that are stressing because the girl ain't answering the phone, or they calling the house and Jody's answering the phone. You know, he's over there messing the bed up with the girl. The people ain't sending money. Friends might be snitching on them, whatever. Then you got a lot of these dudes in these pods that know each other from the streets, were enemies on the streets, and now they're in the same damn pod together, and they have to see each other every day, so something's got to happen. So, and this is crazy, man. I used to come out, I'd been in that pod, I think I was there a month before they put me in my permanent pod, and right out the gate, I've been doing time my whole life. I know to find some type of house job or something that can get me outside of the cell. I don't have a problem being in the cell, but at the same time, I hate being in that damn cell. I hate it. But I'd rather be in a cell than be in a dorm. It's like the catch-22. So I talked to the guard, and I'm like, look, man, y'all should let me out, you know, in the mornings and at nighttime to sweep up and clean up before everybody comes out. Y'all ain't got nobody doing it. You know, I don't require no money, man. It just gives me something to do. Plus, I can pass things from door to door, so that makes me a little hustle, you know what I mean? Say somebody wants me to take this down there, I got you, just throw me a stamp. What? It ain't nothing free. So I get the little house job, and it's just, I have the same routine. Every weekend, I watch cartoons. I didn't get to watch a lot of cartoons as a kid. That wasn't a big part of my childhood. So as an adult, I embraced a lot of the things I didn't get to do. So cartoons is one of them. Well, I come out on this particular day, and there was 2 stabbings back to back. And I'm gonna give you all the first one, all right? I come out this particular day and I'm sitting there, and they have these big, like, rubber chairs, heavy as hell. You're not gonna pick it up and hit nobody with it unless you're like the Hulk. And I think that's what it's designed for. There's nothing on it you can break off to stab nobody with. It's like a big foam rubber chair. And they're all lined up in a row, and the TV's hanging up there from the ceiling. And they've got it like that so you can't smash nobody with a TV or break nothing off the TV to stab nobody with. It's always, you know, revolved around security and safety. I go make my coffee. I got a pack of strawberry donuts, and I go sit down in the center chair, and nobody's come out yet. And I go to the guard, and I get the remote. Boom, I turn on TV. Beast Wars is on. And if you remember Beast Wars, it's like an off-spin of Transformers, except that instead of turning into cars, they turn into animals. And I watch Beast Wars, and after that, I don't care who watches what. You know what I mean? I throw the remote down or give it back to the guard, and I go about my business, and I'll just sit there and watch whatever's on, because I really don't care as long as I get to watch my show. Not a greedy dude, not looking for conflict. I just want to watch what I want to watch. So I watch Beast Wars, everything's going good. Typical day, Saturday morning, probably 8:30 in the morning. Boom, clang, 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 clang. They start popping all the cell doors. Everybody starts coming out, starting their day. You got guys going up front, getting hot water to make their coffee. Guys going to other cells, checking on their homeboys. What's up, guys? Going straight to the phone. Just people doing what you do while you're locked up. Well, we got this one dude that just came in the pod maybe 3-4 days earlier. And you can tell that he's going to be trouble or he's going to find trouble. He done got to arguing with a couple dudes. They've been in a couple fights, a couple of altercations, nothing major, you know, just basic stuff. But he's got this attitude about him that just nobody wants to deal with this dude because of his attitude. Walks around just pissed off at the world. He comes and sits down, and another dude had already picked the TV remote up and turned on what he wanted to watch. And he laid the remote back down and laid his shirt with it, and he went up, you know, and got his coffee. When somebody lays a personal item, whether it be a shirt, a CD player, anything that you know belongs to somebody, nothing state-owned. That remote is state-owned. But if you take that remote and you lay it under your shirt or on top of your shirt, that means don't touch it. That means I laid that there with my stuff. I've got that right now. Do not touch it. So this dude just does not listen, man. He doesn't care. He's disrespectful. Dude's up there getting his coffee. He reaches over, takes a remote, changes the TV, and it's just sitting there with the remote, just changing the TV. Now the other dude comes back with his coffee, his little snacks and stuff, sits down and looks at the other dude. This dude's got the remote, and he's like, "Yo, let me get the remote back." And dude just blatantly ignores him to change the TV. He's like, "Yo, Slim, let me get the remote back. Like, don't be touching my shit. I had it over here. Let me get it." Dude keeps changing the TV. He's like, "Yo," reaches over, tries to take the remote, and the dude snatches and stands up on him in front of everybody. It's like, "Fuck you trying to touch me for, bitch? This ain't your remote." You know what I mean? You don't run shit in here. If I want something, I'm gonna take it. That's what it is. And dude stands up on him, like, you know what I mean? They're face to face, and I'm waiting for one of them to hook off and rumble right in there. And the other dude's like, "Oh, okay, you got it, you got it. It's your remote." Picks his shirt up, his other little stuff, and he had a pad laying there with a pencil. Picks his pencil and his pad up. I guess he was gonna write a letter or something while I watch TV. And he walks off and goes back in his cell. I'm thinking, damn, dude just carried the shit out of dude in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Like, he can't let that slide, but I guess he did. Is what I'm thinking. So I'm maybe 3-4 chairs down, and I'm looking over while this is happening. I see the dude walk off to his cell, and I'm like, damn, he can't let dude chump him like that. He didn't. Not at all. He goes to his cell, and he's standing there, and I keep glancing over there. I can see him, and he's like posted up in his door, just looking at this dude, just staring at him, sitting there watching TV with the remote. Looking at other people, he's glancing around, he can see people looking at him, he knows he's got to act on it. Man, what I'm about to tell you next was my introduction to how crazy shit can get fast. He walks back over there, walks behind dude, and rule number one is you do not take your eyes off your enemies. If you've had a problem with somebody, you got a dispute, anything going on, you keep your eyes on them at all time, because the moment they get out of your sight is when they go try to get at your ass. And that's exactly what dude did. He walks behind the row of chairs where we're all sitting, and I go ahead and, like, you know, fix my posture because I don't know what's about to happen. Sit up in case, you know, they go at it and I need to get out the way of whatever's going to happen. Walks behind, and I see him just hook off. Boom! Right in the side of the dude's neck, right? The dude hops up, and at first, we all think that he just punched the shit out this dude, right? Disrespectful bitch. Boom! Just gave him one right to the side of his face, right? Dude stands up. I was like, "So, bitch, you want to hit me?" And you see all that energy fade real fast. His hands, he's rocking. He's like, "Oh," and he reaches up, and he feels it. That dude walked back over there and took that pencil and buried it into the side of this dude's neck. Now, you don't pull it out, but your first instinct is you have a foreign object protruding from your body. It wasn't there a second ago. It ain't an arm. It ain't a leg. It don't belong there. Get the hell out. Dude reaches over and grabs the pencil, and when he pulls it, no exaggeration, it was like something out of a horror movie. That shit went and shot a red stream of blood. It didn't trickle down like a vampire bite. I don't know if he hit a jugular, he hit a vein or what, but this shit shot straight all the way across the chairs, and all the gangster in him left right out of him. He's looking at the pencil, and you've ever seen a black dude turn white? It's a crazy thing to experience. I don't know if the fear, the shock, probably the sick feeling he had in his stomach when he realized this dude just stuck a pencil in his neck. But this dude changed color like 4 times. Literally standing there, it was like you could see him turning gray. And he went from this to, and grabbed his neck and started backing up. And by now, the other dude has done hopped over the chairs and is rushing him, just hitting him. Boom, 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 boom. Beating his ass, and dude is just running, holding his neck to the point that he's got his shower shoes on. He trips and falls, and dude just gets him. And it's just wailing on him. And the whole time he's wailing on him, this stuff is squirting out the side of his hands. There's a trail of it where he's done ran off. The pencil's laying on the floor. The remote is dropped and hit the blood and slid this direction. People are, oh shit, backing up, trying not to make a big scene, just trying to get out the way. That dude is wearing his ass out. There's always a guard in the pod at the guard is up there at the little guard, desk, whatever, watching, and he's screaming, hey, stop, stop, stop. He's already radioed for backup. And dude just gives this dude what he wants to. Beats the shit out this dude. When he's finished and dude is laying on the ground unresponsive, walks over to his cell and commences just to packing his stuff up. He knows I'm going to the hole. He knows, I'm about to catch some charges. I don't want none of my shit to get left behind. I don't want my family photos to end up in the hands of one of these weirdos, you know what I mean? He goes on over there and packs all his stuff up, pulls it out in the pod. They come running in. Immediately they go over to where, some of them stop at the dude that's hurt. And then 5, 6 others of them rush over to where the dude that just messed him all up is, and cuff him up, grab his belongings, and take him up out of there. They get this dude that's stabbed, get him up out of there. Medical comes in. They lock everybody down. A CO comes in and cleans the blood up. And I was telling him, yo, let me out, man, let me out. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to be back in that cell. But a CO comes in and cleans all the blood up. And I remember standing in the doorway watching as the CO had this old mop. I was trying to attempt to get this blood up without changing the water. And every time he would bring the mop out and lift it back up out the water, it was just maroon colored water. And he would just mop and smear this blood. Smear it. I watched him pick the remote up, wipe it off, put it in his back pocket, and go back to mopping up this blood. Hour later, I'm sitting back out there at the TV, watching TV, and I'm looking down at the floor where the floor is all just dirty looking and discolored from where this dude just bled everywhere. And I look down beside the chair, and there's still blood in the crease of the chair. And I've never been one to say shit ain't real, but I think it became real, really real at that moment right there. If you ain't never experienced nothing like that, it's not a cool feeling. And even though that dude was a piece of shit and might have deserved what he got, he wasn't ready. Shit, I wasn't ready. I expected a fight. I ain't expected this dude to get a number 2 pencil that had just been sharpened, buried into his throat. So that's it, man. Y'all know what this is, man. First stabbing I saw as an adult locked up. Crazy, man. CFCF. Terrible place. Shout out to anybody that's been in the F. Anybody in the F. If y'all watching, y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyway, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life, man. And y'all already know what it is, man. Until the next time, to all my real ones, and there are some real ones because y'all watching me. Salute.
A while back was an alcoholic. Had a mental breakdown like a year ago. Came close to put me in a coffin.